Hello everyone. My name is Basiri. Again, Tier 1 on Twitch, Tier on YouTube, I don't need to bite on TikTok, Tier on Red Note, and I'm here with you to talk about like what's next in my journey. So I just turned 24 2 days ago. February 27th is my birthday, and it's March 1st. And I'm 24 right now, and I just got a job at a financial insurance company, and I got the job on my birthday. I have to go through training, and I have to make sure that I get my certificates from the state in order for me to continue working with that company. My video today is to talk about like what's some next steps that I envision myself doing, because I'm still trying to figure out what's what to do with the potential income that I'm going to be making soon. So you guys know that I'm on Twitch and YouTube. Those are very big platforms online, and they allow you to grow your community with people from all across the world, and that's why I enjoy them so much. I'm a gamer at heart, but I'm also a software developer at heart as well. I love tech, like I love tech. I have two phones again, and I'm always working. I have all these apps. You can see all these apps. Insomnia for work, GitHub Disco for uploading projects. So Insomnia is like a app they use to fetch data from different APIs. If you don't know what the API is, an application programming interface, and it's basically like a server. It's basically let's give you an example. So let's say you're at a restaurant. You're the client. You're the buyer. The chef is cooking, so he's the company pretty much, and the server is bringing you the food. So that's what the API is. It brings you the data from the server, and it brings it to you, and that's how they communicate. So you ask the server, what do you need? You ask the API, what do you need, and it goes to the server, and it comes back with that information, and then that's how that information gets transferred. So that's Insomnia pretty much for a computer, and you have Slack for communicating with different developers. You have Firefox, that's just a web browser. You have PyCharm for development, so I use PyCharm sometimes for Python development. But my main usage is Visual Studio Code because it's just that it's epic. It's that good. It's Microsoft, and it's just the interface is really good. As you can see up here, I had a financial risk assessment project that I was going to do before I got the job, just to talk about more about what I really am passionate about, which is tech. Because this is an insurance company, so they're not dominant in the tech field. Even though there's massive tech companies, they work with them, but they're not as popular as them. So what I was thinking about is helping these companies get more into and get more acquitted with each other, because I know these technologies so well. So we have a software development team, but I don't know where in the company they do it, because the company Primerica, that's the company I work for, is has offices all 50 states, and we could go global too. But like if I stay and if I want to do anything more with the company, we could we could go more global because we have tech with us. So we could be in Africa, we could be in Asia, we could be in Europe, we could be in Australia, Oceania. We could be in South America, Brazil, Argentina, Bolivia. That's South American countries. So we could be in those countries, and we could still make more money and development, and we could improve the lives of different insurance people all across the world. So by giving them insurance, helping them improve their life, making death claims, all these different stuff that's important for us, and also we're an educational company because we educate the people on like mutual funds, stocks, how to make more money with your money. Because what it comes down to is that what you guys need to understand, and I learned that at a young age because I had all these jobs. If you want, I can link my LinkedIn down in the description. I will do that actually, to show you all the work that I've done. I'm 24 and I did all this work. You have to get money to make money. So you can't be broke and be making money. You have to make moves. And what I mean by that is that in order to start somewhere, you have to invest in yourself. So even $5 is very important right now, because you could put in your savings, and then you get and you get interest on that. But you can't really do much when the $5 is outside your account, because you don't know what you're gonna be hungry, so you're gonna say I need to get something to eat, or you're gonna be like I need this, I need that, but it's only $5. But if you put it in your account, then you know that it's there in the safe. So when there's a big emergency, even though it's $5, you can still contribute to something. But that's besides the point. What I came here to do is to talk about what's the next steps for me. So I got the job, and I start training this month. So next Thursday is when I start training, and from there I can get my certificates, and then I can continue working with Primerica. But my goal is to stay with Primerica, and see where I can take where I can go with them, because I am going back to school in the fall. I go to Hunter College in downtown in New York City, and I'm going to be there for like two years, 2.5 years, if I don't take any summer or winter classes. And yes, you can take summer and winter classes to speed up your college process, but I don't know if I should. I'm still debating that right now because I don't know if I have the income for it or the time for it because I want to be doing Twitch and YouTube, and I want to be traveling as well. But I can't travel right now because of personal matters. But I know that I'm able to do that once I get the once I go back to school and once this year is finished, and then I could go do whatever I want to do for next year. But my next goal right now is to pretty much focus on uh, life in general. So what I wanted to do when I was young, I had this program called when I was in high school. I was in a program called Enza Academy, and it was ran by African men. I believe they were from Nigeria. Those were real role models for me. It was like three, four of them, and they helped me a lot because they showed me the power of tech at a young age. I knew about tech, but I didn't know about development. Web development was important to them. They told me HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Right now, I don't use these technologies because I enjoy Python and machine learning, AI development more. I'm done with that. But when I was in high school, I was like, whoa! I was in a class with all my friends, and we did the web development, and we traveled with them. They took us downtown, they took us to different offices and different buildings, stuff like that, and we learned more about making connections and things like that. So we did all that, and from there they unfortunately we weren't able to keep in contact. I don't know what happened, but they helped me a lot. Like they really showcased the power of like a community because there was that because they had connections and they were working in the community, they were working in the school. Thurgood Marshall Academy was the high school I went to. But we was working there, and a lot of us were like, "This is incredible." I think they took us to Google too, Google headquarters, no, Google office in Manhattan. Or I went there in ninth grade, but I was always moving around in high school anyway, so I was doing a lot of stuff in high school while I was in school. So I was traveling. I went to Boston, I went to San Francisco with my guidance counselor, my friend David, and we did a lot of stuff together. So basically, right now, I'm thinking about like my next steps, and what I mean by that is that I want to do something similar to Enza Academy. Why? Because it's important for us to develop our community. Right now, I believe right now a lot of black people are they're very lost because they don't know what to do. They see a lot of us in the media and art, and sports and music is our we dominate those two things in the United States. So that's why a lot of us want to do sports and music. But the problem is that like not everyone can do that. So what we have to do is like focus on things like different avenues of income because we all can't do that, and because some of us fail, we think we're failures in general in life. But we have to understand that like not everyone is made for that stuff. Why? Because it's just how life is. Not everyone can be the LeBron James. Not everyone can be Kodak Black, or not everyone can be like Lil Durk or Drake or Kyrie Irving or Russell Westbrook. We can't all be like them. We have to be different. They grew up in a different time, so they had to work harder than what we do. They had to work differently than what we do now. We can't be like them. We can still be in contact with them and things like that, but we can see their influence right now. They're older men. They're like in their 30s, 40s. They're older than me, so I look up to them too because they're role models. They do stuff in the communities. They dress well. They speak in the communities. I know LeBron had opened his I Heart Academy in Akron, Ohio. So that's good for us too because that's a black man who's showing us that he's also doing community development by giving us a school that he could maybe even make a franchise out of. So if these students do good from LeBron's school, they can also be like, okay, we can make a school in New York, we can make a school in LA, we can make a school in the South, and that's the point. The South right now is very important because they're dominating music, but we need to focus on them because they're educational. The education is not as strong as the people in the North and the West. That's why we are so in disarray. We're in different areas across the country, but we're not in communication with each other. That's the whole reason why I wanted to make this channel and you do YouTube and do have an online presence is because I'm from New York. I'm from the North. We do different things. It's real tough up here. It's different. It's different type of struggle here. So they can see like, okay, he's not like he doesn't do basketball. He doesn't do music. He does tech. That's what they need down south. They need tech, or that's what they need to focus on. San Francisco and LA and Silicon Valley is in the West. They are tech hubs, but they don't have a lot of black people there because we don't know that they exist. They don't know I'm shocked because I was thinking about this other day and I was like, okay, so Bill Gates is the founder of Microsoft. I'm walking around. I'm using everybody uses Windows in the schools and stuff like that, but they don't know who Bill Gates is. You see how like mind blowing that is? It's like he's a CEO. He's rich. He's like 200 billion plus in net worth. He helps the community. He does a lot of work for us, but we don't even know who he is. We don't know what he looks like. I'm gonna tell you a funny story. I didn't even know how LeBron looked like until I reached high school. I didn't know what he looked like. I know he played basketball because my that's all that's all everybody talked about in school. It was that he was the best basketball player. Him and Jordan, LeBron James versus Michael Jordan. But I didn't know what either of them looked like until I was in high school because I didn't really, that was not my focus. It was just tech. I knew who Marquise Brownlee was. I knew who Soldier Knows Best was. I know who there's more, but I can't remember right now. But I knew these black tech YouTubers that I adored growing up. I watched them religiously. I was just like, I have to watch these videos. I have to like them. I didn't comment them because I didn't know what to say, but I had to watch them because they were doing tech and they were like they were intelligent to me. They had like a sleek layout. They had different things in their videos and things like that. And that's the main goal of me being here, because they influence me, so I have to influence the community that way as well. I have to bring all these different things that I learned from them to the community. We're in East Harlem right now, and it's like it's very poor. It's a working class neighborhood, and we don't know. We're still learning. It's a tough neighborhood to grow up in because it's dangerous sometimes. We have immigrants in New York City now, so they're moving around in the city too. They don't know what to do either. We could utilize them to build up our economy too. They could bring their kids over, and then their kids can learn about tech. And now you have they're mainly Venezuelan because they're having a little economic crisis right now. So a lot of Venezuelans are leaving the country and they're going to Mexico and Ecuador, all these neighboring countries, and a lot of them are traveling through Mexico to get into the United States. And then they're going to Texas, and Texas is bringing us to New York because we are like a democratic hub because we're allowing immigrants to be here. We are a sanctuary city, so they can't stay here without their papers, without citizenship, and they can grow. But like what I'm trying to get at is that like we can utilize our neighboring countries like the South Americans and Mexico, who's a North American. We can use South Americans, Mexico, Canada. We could utilize them and bring their immigrants over, and they could work. They could be citizens in this country and citizens back home, so they could travel from here and home. They could bring whatever they learned from here to back home, and then they can grow like that. Their economy can grow, so then they can move back. Their parents can move back, and their kids could do more stuff in the world. They could travel to Europe, Asia, Africa, all these different countries. We have a lot of countries in the world, and they're all different. We're all different. That's why they're different countries. That's why they have different flags. That's why they have different languages. That's why they have different tribes, people. We know that they are different, but we need to utilize their differences to make us strong because we're all human at the end of the day. You know, we all go through the same. We go through the struggles. We're all like upset about life in general. When we get older, we recognize that like we made mistakes in the past, but that doesn't define us. But yeah. But before I end the video, I want to show you guys a little something that I was working on. So, a couple of days ago, I was doing this thing. It says, "Can you give me a framework in machine learning AI development project that I can do for a financial institution?" Okay, so this was the project, right? And it was tough. I tried it in Visual Studio Code. They were giving me all the stuff. They were giving me the code. They were giving me everything. The problem was that like I used ChatGPT at first, and it was very difficult. And this is a different AI development tool. This is Claude, and it's newer, and it's made for coders. And I still have to work with it. I still have to do this project, but this is what I usually do in my free time when I have time. I code. I use Claude, and it was so difficult that I had to stop because I couldn't do it alone. What I'm trying to get at is that like I want to build a community that of coders. It could be black, white, Asian, African. It doesn't matter. But we just need a coding community because we need to grow it together. I have friends from Brazil and England that code with me, and they're very cool people. I met them online, and we talked. We saw each other's faces on Discord. We talked religion. We had like 2 hour, 1 hour conversations all the time, and we were always coding together. We were always in contact. They're older than me. The older men that I want to bring to the country. I want to see their country. So that's what I mean when I say I met them on Reddit and I met them on Discord. I bought courses online, and I was like, okay, we could do work together. What I'm trying to get at is that like The internet is very, very powerful. Yes, there's bad people on the internet. Yes, there are dangerous things that you can find on the internet. But don't be afraid to utilize the internet because that's what it's here for. It's the internet. It connects us. So that's the whole point of me bringing things this up because like I'm later this week I'll be uploading a video of me finishing the project. So my goal is to just have the project done, and then I'll commentate. So there's comments here. I have to fix some stuff here because I know there's errors and things like that, or I have to get fetch data and stuff like that. But aside from this, I want to make a game too. I want to make a game in C++, like a Space Invaders game. We can move the ship and like shoot. But that's beside the point. What I want to get at is that like I'm working right now. I have a job, but I am still able to work and do more content creation. No, I'm not leaving. I don't see myself leaving in the foreseeable future. I'm just changing what I'm doing. So I might not be able to upload as religiously as I want to, but I still want to upload. So like I said, thanks again for coming and watching the video. If you guys don't have any suggestions, just put them in the comment section below. And I'll be linking my LinkedIn down if you want to connect on LinkedIn, and I'll be linking my GitHub just to see the work, just so you can see the work that I've done in the past. So thanks again, and I hope you guys are doing good. Stay safe.